Hi, my name is Doug Kirkpatrick, and I'm going to be talking about and discussing spiritual bondage. What is spiritual bondage? Well, there's a couple of definitions of spiritual bondage. One, there's an overarching spiritual bondage that we find in Genesis. In Genesis chapter 2, God spoke to Adam and told him what he could and couldn't do in the Garden of Eden. And we find that in chapter 3 of Genesis, we find that Adam and Eve did what they weren't supposed to do. That was eat of the fruit that they weren't supposed to do, the forbidden fruit. And so as a result of that sin, a result of that disobeying God, sin entered into the human race and has been there ever since. We are born with that we call inbred sin, original sin. Death was introduced at that point. Spiritual death right there was instantaneous. Physical death came, and we still experience physical death at this point now. So that is the beginning of spiritual bondage. Another type of spiritual bondage is bondage that we ourselves have. Bondage that we put ourselves under as a result of sin that we commit. We might commit a sin and we start feeling overwhelming guilt and shame because of that sin. Because of that sin, there's a hurt and a wound in our lives that we might try to feel better by getting into drugs or alcohol or some type of an addiction to make us feel better, to try to feel good while we're still under bondage. And thirdly, there's a type of spiritual bondage that organizations put their members or people that adhere to that particular teaching in bondage. A certain organization may or may not tell individuals what to wear, how to think, what Bible to read, that type of thing. Of the three types of spiritual bondage, we're going to be discussing in the next few videos the first two. So I'm excited about talking more about this.